Hey guys, I'm Elliot. This is Everything Elliot, and today I got an interesting one for you. Today we're going to be doing a welding project. So George has this little Lincoln Century welder. It's a 110 welder, and he bought it to take out into the woods because he has his farm and he wants to be able to weld things in the woods. I don't know. Maybe he's welding trees. I couldn't tell you. And then I recently got this Vanpowers Super Power Pro. If you don't know what these things are, they're essentially like solar generators. There's a solar panel that goes on it. The solar panel puts electricity, I guess, into this, and then you can use it. This stores the electricity, and then you can use it to power things. We're going to try to do this entire project just hooked into this. Hook the grinder into this, hook the welder into it, and see if this thing will really last. Vanpowers sent this to me for free, so I'll be honest with you. They sent it to me, and they didn't give me any instructions. They didn't tell me I couldn't do this or that with it, so if they sent it to me for free, I might as well see what it can really do. That way, if you guys are interested in it, it might be something that you want to look into. You can say, well, hey, if it can run a welder, it can run my, I don't know, cell phone charger. Whatever you want to put in it. All right, well, George made it. He's in the garage, and
hi, I'm Elliot. This is Everything Elliot.
First thing we're going to start with is we're going to cut the hooks off this old chain binder, and you want to weld some hooks on here. His plan for this thing eventually is to drag logs with it. George, what is your welding experience?
On that thing and wire fed, zero.
Zero wire experience.
I got this little thing to be able to throw in the back of the truck to bring out to the property.
I did mention that.
Fix a set of discs or something like that if need be.
But your plan was to run it off a generator until they sent me that thing, and now we're going to torture test it.
Absolutely.
So, grinder. This thing's got all sorts of plugs. I know it's tough to see. Not the best lighting in here, but it does. You'll have to believe me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plugs, to be exact. All right, we're plugged in. Then we gotta, I believe it is on already. All right, 100%, and hit the AC button. All right, give that grinder a test spin. All right, we're still at 100%. We're rocking and rolling.
Yeah. Stinky. Did it phase it?
Let's see how many percentages we used up. Oh, we're still at 100%.
Guess I could have went a little farther.
Yeah. Here. There, now you can. One hook. Poor chain binder.
They're garbage anyways.
All right, both hooks are off. Let's see here. Oh, 99%.
We used one.
We used 1%.
Is there like an overheat feature?
I don't,
I'm
like on your sweatshirt?
Yeah, there should be.
All right, so.
A fan on it?
Yeah, keeps the batteries cool, I think. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I just know it works. So now George wants to take the hooks and weld them on there. I don't know how yet.
And if that thing's even gonna work.
Yeah. I got faith. I think it's gonna work.
Turn it all the way up.
It's gonna have to. So if you guys don't know anything about these super small welders, they're not made for heavy duty jobs. I think that's rated to weld 1/4-inch steel, which I think this is 1/4-inch.
Yeah, 1/4 inch.
Yeah. 1/4-inch it is. It's not 3/8, I can tell you that much for free. No. So we're gonna be right at the tippy top of the ability of this little baby welder and probably the power pack as well, but we'll find out. George has got the grinder again, and we're gonna do some cleaning. Oh, you're gonna start over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean these up. All right,
we'll get the
first.
hooks cleaned up. Again, everything is hooked into this for this entire project. He's gonna get the hooks cleaned up, we'll get the metal cleaned up, and then we'll give you an update on where we are percentage-wise. So we are at the point that we're ready to do at least a test weld. We got the hook ground flat-ish, and then we got this cleaned off. We got the welder set up. We're running 035 flux core. Wow, what is this?
I know they came with a hat. It's all yours.
Wow, a real life welding hat?
Yeah.
Gee,
thanks.
Gee, thanks, George. 035 wire. We got this old girl cranked up to 9.5. It goes up to 10.
How do I look?
You actually look like you know what you're doing.
I do not.
Got it cranked up to 9.5. We're gonna take it, and you can see the grinder's still plugged in. We'll plug the welder in too. And let's see what kind of juice action we're at here. 98%. Do you think it's gonna do it?
I'm interested to see if it'll hold an arc.
Well, I should rephrase that. Do you think the battery's gonna do it, or do you think the welder's gonna do it?
I think the welder will stick the steel together. It might not get the penetration you want out of how thick the steel is, but...
What you're saying is you don't have faith in the battery pack.
It's not saying I don't have faith in I have faith in the battery pack. That thing is much heftier than I thought it was going to be.
All right.
And I had no trouble running the grinder, and they take a little bit of power.
Don't forget, you still gotta grind your ground point. You gotta turn the welder on, buddy. Gotcha, it's on the backside.
I thought you did.
No. You're the one with the thing in your hand.
Does it have to heat up?
No, it doesn't have to heat up.
I'm used to an old...
Oh boy. Did it stick?
We got a little tack.
Holy cow. George. I tell you what, buddy. Not a bad tack.
Thanks.
All right, let's see if we can weld the rest of it.
I lost it.
You lost it? What do you mean you lost it?
It kicked off.
What kicked off? The battery?
I think so.
Really? Let's see what this thing says. It says 97.
I know, but then can it take the draw?
I don't know.
Here, I'm gonna hit it. Watch it.
Here. Go ahead. Did it stop or did you stop?
I stopped.
You stopped?
My bad.
Dude, it's pulling 2,200 watts.
That's maxed out.
It's got to be maxed out. 2,200 watts it's pulling. What's it look like? Georgie Porgy. That's a decent weld. You got something to knock that slag off with?
Yeah.
We might be burning it too hot, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got some pretty good penetration,
Yeah.
at least into the hook.
I'd keep running it that way.
Yeah.
You don't want to blast this off once you're hooking logs and stuff.
I mean, I probably will break at some point, but
Hold on.
what are we at?
Battery? 97%. Rock and roll. We're burning some metal here, buddy.
That held that bead the entire time. Couple snap, crackles, and pops, but that could be the wire.
Yeah. Where's that brush?
I don't have a little hammer here.
George.
A little bit of a hole here. I gotta turn my darkness up though.
Why, you blinded?
Yeah, I got a little bit of a spot.
I tell you what, I can't believe that little battery's running.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Hell yeah, dude.
You so totally rock, Squirt! So give me some fin. Noggin. Dude.
I can't believe it.
I'm impressed.
I'm super impressed. I can't believe this little battery thing runs. And then on top of that, you can hook that up to a solar panel and put power into it as you're taking power out. Next time you run the next speed, I'm gonna sit down here and watch it because I wanna see, because it's got like a time on it to see how many hours you have left. And I wanna see what it says when you're running a weld.
Yeah, based on what draw you're pulling from it.
So we're currently pulling 15 watts. That's just with the fan on the welder running. And George is about to get into some welding here. And we were holding steady right around 2100 watts. And if you were to run at that constantly, we would have got about 30 minutes of welding. But now that it's not really using much, that time is going back up. Now that's a weld, buddy.
Yeah, I've never done this before.
That's a good weld. That's honestly super impressive, bud. I think it's the settings that I put it at for.
Yeah.
It's the settings.
The whole setup.
The whole setup, yeah.
I showed up and everything was ready to go.
Yeah, I even swept his floor for him. You guys see this big pile of dirt right there? I swept in here. It was filthy.
That's all from his four-wheeler. That's how I got it from him.
Yeah. All right, well, one hook's down. We're gonna, I believe, take this back over to the grinder and grind the other hook, get it ready to be welded on the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a little bit right in here so it doesn't try and peel up.
All right. I'd probably throw right over top.
Yeah. Give it a little bit more.
George is gonna weld more. We're gonna grind and get ready, get that other side welded on. So George is working on the second hook, and you can see we're still hooked into the battery. We ground everything down, still hooked into the battery, and still pulling 2200 watts, and we got 79% left, 78. No tricks here. Obviously, you can see the entire cord going from the welder to the battery, and it's running it. For George not knowing what he's doing, he's doing a pretty decent job. A little dirty, has to be clean still, but
yeah,
not too bad.
A little hot right now.
A little warm?
Might be.
Well, you're running some fat welds, so I'm sure it's pretty warm. Not bad, George.
Thank you.
Them hooks ain't ever coming off of there, dude.
No, I think that these are on there actually quite permanently.
Yeah. You're torching them off if you're getting them off.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly wouldn't pass an x-ray, but for farm work,
all right, I can live with that.
yeah, I could live with that too. I would have lived with that 3 passes ago.
I'm having fun.
Kid's got 6 passes on this side. I don't think that's coming off there, buddy. I think you got more weld than you got metal. I mean, again, whatever. All right, what are we at percentage-wise?
What do I hit?
There's a power button up top left.
Touch it.
Yep.
70.
70%. I can live with 70%, so we've used 30% on putting 2 hooks on. I mean, and how many passes on each hook?
Probably 6 on the left side, 9 on the right.
Yeah, that's a lot of passes. A lot of welding. Is that it for tonight? No?
Unless you want to keep, unless you need to stop.
I don't need to stop. I want to run this thing down and see what we can get done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the problem George has when he runs this thing backwards is he's got a top link that obviously has to come right here, right? Well, the top link hits this, and he basically can't run it.
Lift it up all the way.
So his original idea was to cut this at an angle, bend that down, and re-weld it so the top link could go to. And I said to him, well, if you ever want to run it backwards, you lose all your integrity here. So why don't we just put flat plate and then drill holes in it? Then you can run it forward or backwards. And he liked that idea. But do you even have any flat plate?
Not that thick. We can make some.
All right, we're going to see what we have for metal, and we'll be back in a little bit once we have a plan. No, I don't want to buy a Duramax.
It's been a pretty good truck. It's got 300,000 miles on it, and I beat the living snot out of it.
I think we're done.
For now.
For now. We don't have the proper metal to continue.
To do it properly.
Essentially, we want to, put those up there so we can run it backwards. But hey, the chains are on. And I think we should mention that these are cast as well. So that's fairly impressive that we could weld that.
Yeah, you can see the cast line on it.
Yeah. Normally, you'd have to really heat that up, with a torch. But yeah. And so grinder, welder, we're at 69%. So still plenty of juice. I don't know, how long do you think we worked in here?
Running tools, probably collectively 20, 30 minutes of run time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And not easy. Or
No, even a little welder like that takes a lot of juice to run as far as a portable battery.
So if you guys are looking for something to get, the Vanpowers Super Power Pro, I mean, it runs a welder. Can you think of anything more than a welder?
A bigger welder?
A bigger welder. So when Vanpowers sent this to me, they didn't really give me any direction. They didn't give me any rules. They didn't give me anything I could say or couldn't say about it. So if you guys have any ideas, what you want me to do with this thing as far as torture test, make sure you leave a comment below. And again, I didn't pay for it, so we'll do stuff with it. Well, that's it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until the next video, I hope you guys have a great day.